As a fair share of everyone has said here, not a huge fan of being on video here, but, the assignment is, so here we are. In any event, what do I think about flowcharts? Well, I think they're useful, and that's definitely when it comes to like hierarchy, demonstrating different things like that, or even for programming, it seemed interesting to use one in this situation. I've been programming with PHP for quite a while, doing web development type stuff, and I've never really made a flowchart, but I could see where it could be useful, but also very tedious. So, I see where it could be good when you're working in maybe a group to help quickly explain how a program's supposed to work, what the overall functioning of it is. I could kind of see where that could be useful. But if you're just working on a project by yourself, I'm not sure it would be very helpful for me anyway. Um, I I think that using flowcharts. In this case, I used Omnigraffle. It is pretty well, pretty easy to be able to just quickly throw something together, so I have to worry about creating the shapes and all that kind of thing. Omnigraffle kind of took care of the heavy hitting, and I just kind of put in my points one by one. Um, I think that that was very helpful in that case. I think the most difficult thing this week, however, is probably this video. Needless to say, I don't normally do anything like this, any kind of screencast. So, I've never. This is the first time I've used iMovie, so we'll see how that works out. But other than that, Omnigraffle, really easy to use. I had a license from one of the classes from before, so that worked out pretty well. And then as far as problem solving goes, um, I think that game Lightbot, I'd actually already played that game. That's kind of like a good problem solving slash programming skills game. It's kind of fun. I'd already beaten that game once before. I go on Congregate a lot, so needless to say, the steps for problem solving, I definitely think that they're relevant. As far as following your steps, those type of things. It can be helpful. I mean, I think it's kind of one of those things that's more of in the back of your mind, something that's kind of in the back burner, not something you think about whenever you are actually doing any kind of critical thinking, any kind of problem solving, but just kind of there. Um, I when I worked at Walgreens in the Resolution Center, I had plenty of stories for problem solving I could tell you there. Basically, what we did there was we call them TPRs, which is third party rejections. It's a situation where an insurance was rejected, for the prescription, and we had to fix that problem, whether it was a refill too soon or possibly even some other kind of issue like DUR, drug utilization review. There's a ton of different things, day supply, different reasons, and you kind of had to look at it. First you're depending on the situation. Let's say it's a DUR, drug utilization review. It would always come back with some kind of code. So if let's say it was DUR MX, then right off rip that you need to start looking at the day's supply, because in MX it's talking about the dose being maxed out. So in that situation, you're going to first look at your day supply. So in a situation where they're giving you um, over 3,000 APAP in a day, then you need to go ahead and reduce that dose, which would thereby increase the day's supply, um, and that would fix that issue. So that's kind of a one of the problem solving steps that you did with those type of things at Walgreens, and definitely learned a lot of problem solving skills there. In dealing with the insurance rejections at the corporate office. So that was definitely quite a experience and a very helpful one. So All right. Well, I've enjoyed the week, and that's my talk, my reflection video on this week, and